You'll be laughing all the way to the altar. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today I'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 funny movie wedding moments. For this list, we're taking a look at wedding ceremonies and receptions in movies that put an emphasis on humor.
You don't go and slap somebody and then apologize. Get some backbone.
Number 10, Now or Never, Old School.
Hey, I just want to thank you guys one last time for being here. It's the best day ever.
Don't even start with me, Franklin. Okay, you need to walk away from this ASAP.
What?
Although Frank the Tank isn't exactly husband material, he gives holy matrimony a shot. As a married man with children, Beanie attempts to warn his friend about the death trap that is commitment.
Well, this is it, Frank. It's now or never. You need to get out of here while you're still single.
I'm not single.
She's 30 yards away from you. You're still single right now.
Despite Beanie's best efforts to prevent the union, Frank ultimately ties the knot. The wedding reception is nothing short of hilarious, as the heartbroken Mitch drowns his sorrows with a drunken toast.
Sometimes you think you have true love, and then you catch the early flight home from San Diego, and a couple of nude people jump out of your bathroom blindfolded like a goddamn magic show.
We also get a special appearance from the Dan Band, a musical comedy group that frequently pops in director Todd Phillips' movies. Speaking of which, you just might see them again later on this list.
Every now and then I get a little bit terrified. I see the look in your eyes.
Number 9, I'm Gay, In and Out.
Are you really gay?
Finding out that your fiancé's gay is one thing. Receiving this information on your wedding day, however, is a whole other story.
To have and to hold till death do you part.
I'm gay.
Kevin Kline's Howard waits until the last possible second to tell his bride Emily about his closeted lifestyle. Played by the invaluable Joan Cusack, Emily has a meltdown of hysterical proportions.
Was there... Oh. Any other time you might have told me this?
The bride is not only infuriated that her entire relationship has been a sham, but she had to sit through Funny Lady too many times to count.
Does anybody here know how many times I've had to watch Funny Lady?
Barely able to fit her gigantic wedding dress into her tiny car, Emily storms off like an unhinged bridezilla. On the positive side, it would have been much worse if Howard had dropped this bombshell after getting married.
Howard Brackett is a big, homo, queer, marry, sissy man!
Number 8, the short version, Spaceballs.
We are gathered here together again.
After running out on her first wedding ceremony, Princess Vespa finds herself back at the altar with her boring groom.
To join Princess Vespa and Princess Valium. I'm sorry, it's the hair.
Vespa is even more reluctant to get married now as she's fallen in love with Captain Lone Star. The minister couldn't care less though. He just wants to get the ceremony over and done with. Fortunately, Lone Star suddenly crashes the wedding along with his sidekick Barf. Revealing that he's an honest-to-God prince, Lone Star proposes to the Druish princess.
I'm an honest-to-God prince. Will you marry me?
It doesn't take Vespa long to make her decision. By this point, the minister has officially lost all patience and officiates the wedding ASAP.
Okay, here we go. The short version. Do you?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Good, you're married. Kiss her.
As funny as it is romantic, the Schwartz is strong with this scene.
Well, goodbye, Virgin Alarm.
Number 7, Husband and Husband. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Because Naling, there is no beginning. There is no end. Because it's a circle.
While admittedly not one of Adam Sandler's better comedies, we'd be lying if we said this scene didn't crack us up.
Okay. For all eternity. Okay. Because it's a circle.
Yeah, we heard about the circle. Yes, we're familiar with shapes.
To keep their domestic partnership benefits, the heterosexual Chuck and Larry go to Canada for a same-sex Jewish wedding. An unrecognizable Rob Schneider plays their Asian minister, who you're either gonna find really funny, really offensive, or a little bit of both.
I now pronounce you husband and husband. You may kiss the husband.
The newlyweds are eventually instructed to kiss, but Chuck decides to express his affection for Larry in a different way. Now that's a Kodak moment.
That's how we roll in our house, baby.
Hell yeah.
Oh!
At least the homeless witness manages to lighten the mood with his surprisingly nimble dancing skills. Before breaking his leg, that is. Oy vey.
He broke his leg!
Number 6. Wild Honeymoon Stallion, Napoleon Dynamite.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask about?
Kip and LaFonda are truly among the most bizarre couples in cinematic history. If you stick around after the credits for Napoleon Dynamite, you can see these unlikely lovebirds get hitched.
In sickness and health, till death do you part?
You know I do.
The ceremony is every bit as awkward as you'd expect. Kip serenades his bride with a song, although his singing chops are virtually non-existent.
Sure, the World Wide Web is great, but you make me salivate. Yes, I love technology.
Then out of the blue, Napoleon triumphantly arrives on a wild honeymoon stallion, which he's tamed for his brother and sister-in-law.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I just got done taming a wild honeymoon stallion for you guys.
Whether this scene leaves you scratching your head or laughing your head off, it's certainly an unforgettable experience.
I hope your guys' experiences are unforgettable.
Looky, looky. A little keepsake for you guys.
Number 5. A Wedding to Remember, The Hangover.
Where were you? And why are you so red?
Honey, it's a long story.
The Hangover Part 2 builds to a memorable wedding, complete with a Mike Tyson musical number. Yet it couldn't top the hilarity of its predecessor. In a race against the clock, the Wolfpack make it to Doug's wedding with no time to spare.
Sorry, MapQuest took us on a really crazy route.
As the sunburnt Doug and his blushing bride start a new chapter in their romance, Stu finally dumps his insufferable girlfriend. Serves her right for screwing that waiter, or bartender, or whatever.
That is not how this works!
Oh, good? Because whatever this is ain't working for me.
The reception also includes another priceless cameo from the Dan Band, hitting just the right spot.
I take you to the candy shop. I let you lick the lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop.
As an epic finale, the film closes out with a photo montage of the gang's intoxicated escapade from the previous night.
Oh, dear Lord.
Hey, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Number 4. Hold On, Bridesmaids.
Will you love her, comfort her, and keep her, and forsaking all others, remain true to her, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Although this romantic comedy naturally works up to a wedding, the relationship between the bride and groom isn't the focus. The real love story here is between the bride and her closest friends.
To my bridesmaids.
Cheers to Lil. Cheers to Lil.
This is such a stone cold pack of weirdos, and I'm so proud.
The bridesmaids all come together in perfect harmony for the climactic ceremony, which features a surprise performance from Wilson Phillips.
Are you gonna let him hold you down and make you cry?
While the wedding is certainly funny, it also has several touching moments, as Annie lets go of best friend Lillian, makes peace with rival Helen, and rides off with Officer Nathan.
You're gonna maybe sit in the back seat.
Yeah, come on. Sorry, habit.
All right.
It's a force of habit.
Of course, the scene stealer is once again Melissa McCarthy's Megan, who tapes over the wedding with her own version of a sex tape. Yikes.
Bear sandwich. Yeah, that's a big bear sandwich. Do you want a bite of that sandwich?
Number 3. Love Stinks, The Wedding Singer. One of Adam Sandler's most consistently funny movies, The Wedding Singer has no shortage of humorous weddings. But this one is a comedic highlight.
If we took a holiday, took some time to celebrate. Come on, let's celebrate.
After having his heart ripped out, Robbie is in no condition to fulfill his wedding singer duties. He goes into work anyway, using the stage as a platform to wallow in despair.
I live in my sister's basement.
Aside from ruining the bride and groom's special day, Robbie insults an overweight guest, a hairy lady, and several mutants at table 9. The wedding singer reaches his lowest point as he performs an uproarious rendition of Love Stinks, resulting in a punch-out.
Yeah, yeah, love stinks, love stinks. Yeah, yeah.
Robbie is subsequently thrown into a dumpster, which is only fitting given his down-in-the-dumps demeanor.
Hey. I was wondering what happened to you.
Number 2. Marriage, The Princess Bride.
Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today.
If you're unable to pronounce R's or L's, a career in public speaking probably isn't for you.
Marriage, that blessed arrangement.
Alas, Prince Humperdinck and Buttercup wind up with a clergyman who possesses a highly noticeable speech impediment. As the minister drones on about marriage, Buttercup waits for Wesley to storm the castle.
Here comes my Wesley now.
Fezzik, the portcullis!
Realizing that he's running out of time, Humperdinck pushes the clergyman to skip to the end. Humperdinck doesn't stop to kiss his princess bride, but Buttercup does give the king a kiss before vowing to commit suicide.
What was that for?
Because you've always been so kind to me, and I won't be seeing you again, since I'm killing myself once we reach the honeymoon suite.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Fortunately, Wesley shows up as Buttercup is about to damage her perfect breasts.
There's a shortage of perfect breasts in this world. It would be a pity to damage yours.
Since she never said I do, Buttercup is free to leave with her beloved and live happily ever after.
Since the invention of the kiss, there have been 5 kisses that were rated the most passionate, the most pure. This one left them all behind.
Before we get to our topic, here are a few honorable mentions.
You're gonna be a great mom, Pancake.
Thank you, Daddy.
In sickness and health,
Uh-huh.
for richer or for poorer.
I do. I take them. Naughty! Naughty! Jenny!
Holy shit.
She just had a cramp.
Number 1. What is Love? A Night at the Roxbury.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to join together...
Father? Did we already start?
Yeah.
Oh.
No woman can come between the Butabi boys in this tale of brotherly love. Forced to marry Molly Shannon's Emily, Will Ferrell's Steve witlessly stumbles through the ceremony.
Speak now or forever hold their peace.
What's up? From out of town?
Before Emily can put a ring on her groom, however, Chris Kattan's Doug comes crashing in. Taking a page from Say Anything, Doug declares his affection for Steve with a boombox held over his head.
And the music off. Is that on? Hey, idiot buddy!
Instead of playing Peter Gabriel, though, Doug serenades Steve with their signature tune. As Steve starts bobbing his head, it becomes clear where he belongs. This doesn't sit well with the Butabi's father, but Richard Grieco is luckily there to provide some profound advice.
As an actor, I'm a keen observer of human nature, and I can tell you that your son is not ready for this sort of commitment.
As for the brothers, Doug had Steve at hello.
Just shut up. You had me at hello.
She'll let you into the parts of herself that'll bring you down.
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite funny movie wedding moment?
Lucky.
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to Ms. Mojo.
And for God's sake, consummate the thing!